4 minutes or less recipes, Alex and Felix. I'm Felix.
Alex right here.
We gotta get to it today because this recipe goes long.
It's giant.
It's very fitting. So we're gonna start with the wet ingredients of the giant pumpkin cinnamon roll. So we warmed the milk up in a microwave a little bit, added the yeast, added the flour. We're gonna let that sit for 15 minutes. That's gonna give the yeast time to activate and start blowing its bubbles and doing its thing. As you can see here, that's after 15 minutes.
Okay.
We're going to put in the rest of the wet ingredients. So this is the pumpkin, then we're going to add some vegetable oil. You can let that sit for now while we do the dry ingredients.
Okay.
Which are going to be flour, pumpkin pie spice, baking powder, soda, salt, that kind of stuff. If you can't find pumpkin pie spice, you can use cinnamon plus nutmeg. I think there's some other stuff in there. We'll put it in the description below.
Feel free to get creative.
Yeah, use whatever you want.
Not too creative, though.
This here is just, we're putting in the flour 1/3 at a time. It's what we always do. You know, put a third in, scrape it down, put a third, scrape it down.
Yeah.
We had to add a little bit more flour. The recipe we were using gave us this result here, which was too sticky, so we had to add some more flour so you get this result here. So it's sticky, but it's not really. It's more tacky, right?
Yeah, it can't be too sticky that you can't like work with it later. Yeah, it's like sticking to your hands and everything. You'll see in a second. Yeah.
But anyways, so this is after we let that sit for 2 hours. Cover it with a towel. You gotta let the yeast do their thing, blow some bubbles. Mm-hmm. Here we are rolling it out. So this is the entire batch of dough.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll this out until it becomes too much to work with, and then we cut it in half and work with each half separately.
Yeah.
How long would you say this thing turned out to be? I think it was like 5+ feet, maybe.
Yeah, it was really, really long. It was a
lot of work.
It was big.
I mean, you can roll it into smaller ones. It makes it like the recipe is fine if you want to make smaller ones. Go for it.
Yeah, which we did.
Which we did. We cut the ends off of the big one and we used that to make the smaller ones. But for the sake of the video, we do the big ones to make it interesting, right? You don't worry too much about getting them super even. We're gonna cut the tops off anyway.
Yeah.
I want to say that's about 7 inches wide. What do you think?
I think so.
I think it's about 7 inches by 2.5 feet.
6 to 7, so at least half a foot. Right?
Half a foot, yeah. What are the? I don't know the American freedom units with inches. Once you have the filling, which is the brown sugar, white sugar, and pumpkin pie spice, brush the dough with some melted butter. Put the brown sugar mixture on. Mm-hmm. Make that a little even, and you can start rolling it. So we start at one end of one of the pieces. Keep rolling. Once you get sort of close to the end, we gotta mush the two ends together.
Yeah, and try to make sure that they're actually secure so that when you're rolling them both together, it doesn't fall apart or anything like that. Like all the edits, we selectively edit to make ourselves look better, put it that way. Yeah.
So here this is the only container we could find is the giant bowl. So brush the bowl with butter, put the cinnamon roll in. We cut the ends off the cinnamon roll just to make it a little neater. Mm-hmm. Here's the cream cheese. We won't get too much into that. It's cream cheese, cream it, butter, add, cream it, salt, cream it, add the sugar 1/3 at a time, keep going, brush down the sides of the bowl. You know, we've done similar things on the show. The description's down below.
It's very delicious though.
It is very good. Anyways, this is the cinnamon roll coming out. Brush that over with the cream cheese, make it, do whatever you want. Make your own decisions in life, how much you want to use. But you can see it next to the small one, right?
Yeah.
This caramel is the one we do in the cinnamon caramel pull-apart bread.
We use this one a lot. It's good caramel.
We do. So we'll put the recipe in it down below. But caramel nuts. Here you can see us pulling away. So it's a cinnamon roll. You still gotta roll it apart, right? Yeah. Anyways, man, that was a tough one to get done in 4 minutes. Like,
it was giant. It was a giant cinnamon roll.
Undertaking. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, please subscribe.